Welcome, one, welcome all. Sit on down, whether it's on a couch, a chair, maybe you're watching in bed, maybe you are situated beneath some warm, comfortable water inside of your bathtub, maybe you're sitting in a hot tub, maybe you're sitting on the toilet, maybe you're sitting on somebody's knee. Doesn't matter to me where you're sitting, where you're standing, where you're laying. It matters to me that you are here because I am James, you are you, and we collectively are here Monday, June 21st, 2021. It is the first episode of the week, and let's get things cleared up right off the hop. In the chat right now, one of our new producers, Devin, he pointed out that the show is running late because I was eating corn on the cob. He also mentioned the corn on the cob is one of the possibly messiest dinners you can eat if you don't have the pokers. Now, I don't have the pokers. Yes, I was eating corn on the cob. Yes, I ate 3 corns of cob. I wanted to take a trip down memory lane when you just eat corn on the cob for dinner. I didn't have no meat. I didn't have no tater tots. I didn't have no greens. All I had was 3 cobs of corn. And I want to tell you something. My hands have never been so buttery, so greasy in my entire life. I had a film of what felt like salt and pepper caked on my lips. And that's why the show is starting late. I was late to eat lunch. I was late to eat dinner. The caveat being I had specifically requested to tell Devin, to tell you, the audience, that the show is running late for technical difficulties. Was that a lie? Yes, it was a lie. But sometimes you have to lie to protect the ones you love. And the audience that has been with me, with Dimitri, with Dave, with everyone since way back when on Instagram, I couldn't bear the embarrassment of telling you that the show is running late because I, James Allen McGee, the 4th or 5th, I've lost count, was eating buttery corn. Now it's all out of the way. It's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders and my words are bringing me up to the heavens where you, the audience, are the angels greeting me at the pearly gates. Now, in terms of show intros, this might be on my way to a 10 on 10 in recent memories. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering, hey, it's Monday. Why isn't Dave hosting? Because Dave has hosted the past 3 Mondays. And then for people who have been here for the past 3 Mondays, like, well, of course Dave's not hosting. It's because there's no hockey game on tonight, James. You only give Dave the show when there's a hockey game on. And the Canadians played last night. There's no hockey game tonight. That is not the reason. I know in my heart of hearts that you won't believe me, but it seems like Dave and I have flipped roles because tonight Dave said he could not host because there is something that he wanted to watch. So I'm filling in for Dave. He filled in for me when I was watching the Montreal Canadiens play the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Winnipeg Jets, the Vegas Golden Knights, and tonight I am returning the favor. I am hosting for Dave because he is watching an episode of NCIS New Orleans on the CBS TV network. So anytime anyone thinks that I abandoned the show because of this, that, or the other, I want you to think about the fact that I stood up and I took the opportunity. I grabbed the brass ring. I'm doing a favor for my friend Dave. And that favor is that I'm hosting my own show. And I'm going to say it right now. I've got a case of the Monday Blues. Got a case of the Monday Blues. Montreal Canadiens, they lost last night, and I feel awful about it. I had to disconnect from social media yesterday. I had friends messaging me, and it was pissing me off. I haven't taken a hockey game loss that bad since 2014. I have been 7 years sober of hockey-related emotion, and I am off the wagon, and I am still upset. But I can't be the only one. I might be upset about the hockey, but you might be upset about something else. We have got a murderer's row of guests tonight. They're going to talk about things that maybe upset them, what they do to cope, but also they're going to help me along the way. I feel that as a host of this show, as the primary producer, I've done everything in my capabilities to be there for all of my guests. Whether they have to change their slot, whether they got to go on first or middle or last, Now, all I'm asking is that they are there for me in the way that I am there for them. Okay? Who's on the show tonight? Much later on, Gabe Rondos, coming to us from his new residence, his palatial estate in Salt Lake City, Utah. Coming up in just a matter of moments, we've got Sarah Deshaies, radio's Sarah Deshaies, a legend of the microphone, a scholar of the arts, and a friend of this show. But before we do that, it's Open Phone Monday. Do you want the number? You got to find it. It's been hidden in a variety of spots on the internet, high, low, left, right, up, down, all around. But also, I've left the phone number in various cafes across this city. I'm hoping that at least one person has found this number. Cafes in St. Henry, aka best neighborhood in Montreal, Mile End, Plateau, Lachine, NDG, all the way down to Beaconsfield. This number has been dropped off and I am ready to go. And would you look at that? We currently have one line popping. Let's go to it. It is line 3, first open phone of the night. Let's hit it. Line 3, you're on the air. I am James. Who are you?
Hello. I'm on
Hey,
the
how's
air.
it going?
Hey,
Yep.
how's it going? James.
Very good. Who am I speaking to?
This is Michelle,
Michelle. Michelle, where are you calling from tonight?
calling from Long Island.
Long Island, New York?
Yeah.
Wait, there are New Yorkers that watch this show?
Oh yeah. We have a Tuesday night meetup. We talk about it.
Oh, so you watch the show on Mondays and then you and some of the other residents of Long Island,
Sorry,
New
my
York
phone
meet
just
up?
rang.
Oh, well, who is it?
It's my wife.
Oh, it's your wife. Okay. Well, do you want to take that?
No, it's okay. I'd rather I'm on the air with James McGee, so I'd rather talk to him
Well,
right now.
I'll tell you what, your wife probably would not want to hear you saying that you'd rather be on the horn with a guy out in Montreal who hosts a modest little online show as opposed to being on the phone with her. You, my
you're
friend,
right.
you are a true inspiration to people that like to ignore their significant others.
Yeah, she gets pretty mad at me for watching the show.
Really? So you're saying this show is a source of contention in your marriage?
Yeah, I'd say I picked up some memorabilia and I hung it up on some of our walls, and she didn't like that at all.
Wait, there's show memorabilia
I'm not on the aftermarket.
on the Oh, so you're saying that people are selling memorabilia of this show on a secondhand market, so there's bootleg at home merch?
Yeah.
Well, what do you have? What do you
I,
have that's making your wife so upset?
I got a cardboard cutout. I
Oh,
got a
wait, a cardboard cutout of who? Me?
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not so much into the counterfeit merchandise, but I do like that someone has a cardboard cutout. It's probably life size, right?
It's probably bigger. I mean, you seem like
Bigger?
a pretty small guy.
Small do you think I am?
I don't know, 5'2".
5'2".
Well, you're standing
I'm like,
right now, aren't you?
No, I'm not standing. How tall do you think this desk is? You think I got a 5-foot tall desk and I go over it a couple inches?
I
No,
sorry.
I'm not
I didn't mean
5'2".
to offend you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm fine. It's just been a point of contention on this show, much like this show has been a point of contention in your marriage. Well, what else did you pick up on the market?
I got a mug.
Mug. Okay, cool. What's on the mug? Is there a likeness? Is there a slogan?
It just says "At Home with James."
Okay, that's cool.
But then on the back it says my other mug is bigger.
Okay, so it sounds like this counterfeit merchandise is really playing on a theme that I might be some type of small man.
Well, I mean, I didn't make the merchandise. I just
Look, I'm not
it's the only
accusing-
stuff out there. You should make competing merchandise if you want to sort of control the image about your.
So you're saying I should make competing merchandise for my own show against counterfeit bootleg merchandise? Where'd you find this? Where'd you find this merchandise, man?
Etsy.
Etsy? Someone opened an Etsy store?
Yeah. And there's a Pinterest account also.
You know, can you do me a favor? You said your name was Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle.
That's quite a name for someone in Long Island.
What does that mean? Oh, it's a unisex name.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a unisex name in Quebec. I've just never heard it as a unisex name elsewhere.
Well, do you live elsewhere?
Well, no, you're right. I don't live elsewhere, but it's just one of those names that you would have imagined you would have heard at some point or another.
Well, you're hearing it now.
But yeah, I guess there's a first time for everything. Can you do me a favor, Michelle?
Sure, anything, anything for
Can you
James.
anything? Well, this very simple request. Can you send me an email with that Etsy link so I can maybe talk to some of the merchants?
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Awesome. Anything else tonight, Michelle? What's going on in Long Island?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nah, it's a dead night.
It's a dead night. Well, I guess you and your buddies are watching the show.
Oh, separately. Where we
Well,
convene
separ-
tomorrow to talk about it.
Okay. Well, where do you guys convene for that?
Panera Bread.
You guys hang out at the Panera Bread and talk about this show.
Yeah, we get a coffee and a loaf, and we chat about
But
the show.
everyone gets a loaf, or everyone just shares one loaf?
Well, it's a pandemic. We don't share
So everyone just eats a loaf of bread?
and a coffee.
All right, yeah, I guess you want to wash it down with something. What are you hoping to talk about with your buddies tomorrow at the Panera Bread?
Depends what happens the rest of the night.
All right, well,
If there's
are
any
there
scandals,
Well, yeah, let's hope there's no scandals, Michelle.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
Well, you're saying you've seen scandals on this show?
No, it wouldn't be the first time there was no scandals.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time that there wasn't a scandal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Well, Michelle, look, thanks for the call. My phone lines are popping off. I'm going to get to some of the other callers, so I want to thank you so much for watching and tell all the friends in Long Island that we appreciate the support.
Can my friend Linda get a shout out?
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to say?
Just anything you want. But it's for Linda.
Sure. Linda, this one's coming from not only your friend Michelle, but James. I want to thank you so much for watching the show, and we hope that you keep watching, you keep laughing.
That's great. Thanks a lot, James.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. That was Michelle. First ever call from Long Island. We've got line 5 that is lit up. Let's go to that. Line 5, you're on the air. I'm James. Who are you?
Hi, this is Mark.
Mark, where are you calling from tonight?
Calling from Long Island.
Wait, you're calling from Long Island as well?
What do you mean as well?
We just had a caller from Long Island. It's Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know Michelle. Let me guess. You guys are going to chat tomorrow at the Panera Bread about the show?
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for watching the show. What's going on in Long Island tonight, Mark?
It's a dead night.
Yeah, it's not the first time I heard that tonight.
Well, yeah. Mondays in Long Island.
Yeah, Mondays in Long Island. Yeah, I guess that's Tuesdays are when things really, really spark up, right? At the Panera Bread. I heard you guys are eating full loaves.
Yeah. And a coffee.
And a coffee. How do you take your coffee, Mark?
2 milks.
Mm-hmm. Put any sugar in there?
Not sugar, sugar substitute.
Right. So which one are you using? Like a sweet and low? Something like that?
A stevia.
Stevia. Oh, you pronounce it interestingly.
Well, that's the American way to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
it's interesting. You're the second caller from Long Island, and there's no distinct accent. Now, this is just something I imagine because you watch TV shows and movies, things like that.
No. We work pretty hard to keep our accents in control.
All right. Well, why? Are you ashamed of yourself on some level?
Sometimes you can get stereotyped.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you don't want that to happen. We got a question coming in from the chat, Mark, and this one's for you. You ready for this? Someone's asking, is this the Panera Bread on Northern Boulevard?
No, that's on the other side of the island. We go to the one on Southern Boulevard.
Oh, you go on the one on Southern Boulevard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how many of there are you that are watching the show and meeting at the Panera Bread?
There's about 8 of us.
8? I gotta say, I'm pretty flattered that so many people from across the border are watching the show, especially in a place like New York, where it could be a tough crowd.
Well, the state of New York. We're very friendly in Long Island.
Well, yeah, but I mean, look, Long Island, New York, you're still very much ensconced in New York culture.
That's true, but
you
try
must
telling
be
that
quite-
to a Manhattanite.
Well, yeah, but you know what? They're high society, highfalutin ways. They got nothing on us, right? A couple Joe Blows, blue collar men.
Yep.
Are you excited about the Islanders making it to the semifinals of the playoffs?
Nope.
Or you don't root for are you a Rangers fan?
No, I don't watch hockey.
Oh, you don't watch hockey? Okay. Well, if you had to, would you be excited for the? You must be excited that Long Island is excited about the Islanders, right? Nassau Coliseum's popping off.
I tell you what I am excited about.
Yep.
Uh, I'm about to drink an iced tea.
Oh, you're gonna have an iced tea. So a literal Long Island iced tea.
That's right. That's what gets me going.
Oh, so so when someone says, "Hey, are you excited about the Islanders doing so well this season and in the postseason?" You're like, "Nah, you know what excites me? A drink, but
Well,
specifically an iced tea in Long." Now, is it the alcohol drink or just iced tea that you drink in Long Island?
well, I have a virgin one.
Right. Oh, so it's an iced tea.
It's a Long Island iced tea, but it's virgin.
Look,
Hey,
iced
before
tea.
I go,
Yeah.
because I feel like this is winding down, I was
Yeah,
wondering
you're
if I get
probably
a
right.
piece
You're
of.
probably right about that.
I was wondering if I get a piece of merch signed.
Okay, what do you want signed?
I've got a life-size James pillow.
There's a life size. Yeah, can I ask how big the pillow is?
It's well, it's probably over life size. It's 5'4".
5'4". Yeah, it's undersized. That's undersized. I'm about 5'10".
Oh,
So is this pillow just in shape of my body?
yeah, and it has an arm. You could wrap it around your torso.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to mail it to me, I will sign it and I'll send it back and I'll do you one better. How about I give a shout out to your friend Linda?
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah. Hey, Linda, on behalf of your friend Mark, this is James from At Home at James, live on twitch.tv/At Home at James. I want to thank you so much for watching, for your support, and for hopefully your continued support. Hope you're having a good summer in Long Island.
James, that was great.
Thank you very much. I'm not bad on the spot.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and I
Thanks
know
for
when to
the
see
call, Mark.
myself out.
He's right. He hung up on himself. So there you go. Open phone lines. I got to tell you, way more normal than when Dave has the open phone lines. Maybe Dave and all of his callers are watching NCIS New Orleans tonight. Let's welcome our first guest, a true icon over at CJAD, as well as CKUT, one of the all-time greats. Let's welcome back to the show, once and for all, Sarah Deshaies. Sarah, how's it going? Oh, Sarah, you might be muted.
Yep, I'm good. How are you?
There we go. I'm doing very well. Thanks for coming back, for spending your the last remaining moments of your evening with us before you have to wake up at the ripe hour of
3:30.
3:30. Now, there's been some events in Montreal radio in the past little while. Another legend, Terry DeMonte, leaving Shome. Now, something I've been meaning to ask you is he talked about how waking up early to be on the radio does a number on you, and it affects you in a variety of ways. Is this true?
Yes, yeah, I would say it's true.
Yeah. Now, can you tell us, outside of what people would assume is just like the fatigue of things, what are some ways that it F's you up, as the rough and tumble kids maybe would say?
Well, it can mess with your dating life.
Mhm.
I had a guy friend who I was not interested in dating at all. I had two guy friends in the radio business who I was pretty close to at the time when I took on the shift. Both told me, if you were my girlfriend, I'd break up with you. And I was
Right.
like, great, good thing we're not even dating or like close to it. But thank you for your vote of confidence.
Yeah.
in my
Did you
career.
report them to HR afterwards?
No. Where is HR? I don't know.
We'll find that out by the end of the show. We're gonna find out where the HR and the radio station is. So it messes up your dating life. So imagine already having a difficult time dating, and then you work the morning shift at a radio station.
Yeah, I mean, it got to be so bad that I ended up dating somebody who has the same hours as me because there was no other choice.
Okay, so a true love story.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could call it that.
I like that you've undercut it so bad that I said, hey, it's a true love story. And you're like, yeah, I guess so. I guess you could call it a true love story.
Well, you just look around at 4:00 in the morning and it's like, who else is here? Oh, that
Right.
guy.
It's almost like the equivalent of when the bar is about to close and people that really desperately need to go home with someone and they're at some brasserie on Saint Denis. They're like, well, there's the person at the VLTs or there's the person puking into the toilet. Let's go with the person puking into the toilet. Right?
So many options. Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. So you're looking around at the 4 a.m. crowd and you're like, this is the guy for me.
everyone here is married except for that guy. So
look, everything worked out, and let's just say, I guess you could call it a true love story. Now, Sarah, I have to tell you, we spoke earlier today. I've got the Blues today. I'm hurt by the Canadians' last-minute loss last night, and I would like to ask you one very simple question that might spawn a very personal answer. Now, are there things that irrationally send you down into the dumps? Because to me, this is irrational that it has affected me now for close to 24 hours.
So, I mean, number one, I wouldn't be that down because they've gone so much further. Okay, you don't want.
This is
you
the
don't wanna
thing.
go-
This is the thing. They've gone so far that I don't want it to end now.
I know, but
I can't even
I
take
think they would go this far.
Look,
you know?
here's the thing.
Treasure every moment.
They've matched their personal best in the past 20 years. They have got 2 wins in a semifinal. I am locked in. I don't watch any game with pleasure anymore. There's no pleasure. A wise man once said, I paid for the full seat, but I'm only using the edge of it. My couch is going to take years off of its lifespan because, or rather it's going to put years onto it because I'm at the edge of my seat. But look, the more I talk about it, the more I'm going to well up with tears. Okay. And look, we don't want to make this about me, right?
No.
They don't watch this show for me. They think I'm old news. I'm like a newspaper that's flying through the wind. Once again, are there things that you are just like, why is this bumming me out?
Yeah, all the time, actually. I definitely have generalized anxiety disorder.
Okay.
Well, at least according to my therapist, I do.
Okay.
So small things set me off all the time, like irrationally so, which is
now, would you care to share any number of these things? What's something that you might like say that you think people would be like, I can't believe it?
I mean, it's kind of intangible. Like if I can be real, I cry really easily. So I'll cry reading the newspaper. I'll cry watching the news. Watching
now, when you're talking about the newspaper,
Olympic
though, are you
ads on TV?
You mentioned the newspaper, but I mean, like, are you reading the sad stories, or you're like, in funny news today, a group of ducks had to cross the street and it held up traffic. Now, would that make you cry?
No, it's really tragedies. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna head over
the unnecessary murders and the tragedies.
Yeah, you're flipping right to the obituaries because you're like, I gotta shed a couple tears here.
I can't read the obituaries; they make me sad. It's like it's the overactive imagination. It's the sense of anxiety over everything, and then sometimes just like a simple like sentence or an expression or like a realization can bum me out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Now, how long will it take you down into the pits of despair?
Depends. Like if things like mount very easily, I could be in a funk for a little bit. But I tend to keep very busy and very active to kind of like keep the terror, pushed down.
Right.
Really,
Yeah, a nice little repression.
Yeah. So I tend to keep really busy. I'm constantly reading or listening to something. Again, my therapist, not to give him too much airtime, but
look, let's give him a shout out.
Coping mechanism, but it's something I've always kind of done. And but I also there's one sentence I find that I like to think about from time to time that maybe you could use, and that is "This too shall pass."
This too.
Moment of happiness could make you sad, but in a moment of sadness could also make you feel a bit better.
Okay. Now things can turn around for me pretty easily tomorrow if the Canadians win.
Right.
This time tomorrow, the game will be 33 minutes old.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm concerned about is that I might be pulled even deeper into the darkness. Now, is there anything that you can prescribe to me to prepare myself for the worst, right? Going into it like a total defeatist.
Well, number one, even if they lose tomorrow, they still have until game 7, right?
Yes. Yeah, they would have to then win 2 straight games.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So it's really funny that you asked me about what I do when I'm feeling blue, because I actually a couple of years ago actually took the back of your favorite holiday, a Christmas lint box.
Right. Also my favorite holiday, chocolate as well.
Because I was noticing that I would get into funks sometimes or feel just like stressed, not necessarily like depressed.
Yeah.
And I made myself a couple of steps of things that I do to try to combat that feeling of sadness.
So this is the feeling stuck list. We've got, I believe number 1 is tidy up.
Yes.
I did so much of that today. Number 2, go for a walk. Weather was a little come see come sa, as our francophone friends would say. Maybe I'll take one after the show. Take a breath. I was doing that on my couch last night as I was fighting back tears. Now we've got sit on your beanbag chair. Now I don't have a beanbag chair, but I fell asleep on my floor today, so that is something.
Oh my.
Drink water and tea. I'll tell you what, I've consumed a fair amount of water, and I did have a cup of tea that I very rarely drink in the middle of the day. Now, what do we have here? Read a book. I did not read a book today, but I'll tell you what I did read. I read the Click Santé website as I booked my second COVID vaccine for 8 weeks to the day. Now, this last one here, I'm having difficulty. So how about you tell us what this number 7 is?
Well, a lot of the things that stress me out or get me blue, because now obviously you realize that everything around me is a trigger. Often I get stressed about work, and I'm a bit of a workaholic as well. I don't know.
Okay.
And sometimes when I'm feeling stuck, I'm also a procrastinator. And so what I tell myself is nothing feels better than just doing what you have to do.
Yeah.
So if you're blue because of a thing that is on the horizon or something you don't want to do, oftentimes just getting it done is the swiftest way to alleviate your blues, which isn't necessarily going to make you feel better during.
But you know what? It will bring you a sense of accomplishment. It will bring you a sense of accomplishment. So maybe before midnight, I can try to put the finishing touches on something that I've been trying to do for some time that I've been putting off.
And what is that?
Sarah, I'm going to clean my toilet tonight. I'm going to clean my toilet. Sarah, would you
cleaned it?
What's that now?
When was the last time you cleaned it?
About a month ago, but some of the sides, this is the thing about boys. When they tinkle, there's a bit of spray.
We devoted a whole segment of your show once to talking about gross bathroom signs, and we're not going down there.
No, you know what, Sarah? Look, thank you for reeling me in. So let's totally shift gears. Sarah, would you like to take a phone call? It is open phone line Monday. Now, I don't know if anyone is calling from Long Island, but would you like to chat with one of the viewers of this show?
100%.
Great. Okay, so we've got lines 1, 2, and 4 sparked up right now. What do you want? You tell me. 4. Here we go. Let's hit it and not quit it. Line 4, you're on the air. I'm James. That's Sarah. Who are you?
Hello.
Hey, who's calling tonight?
Hi, this is Michael.
Michael. Say hi to Sarah, Michael.
Hi, Sarah. How's it going?
Hey, Michael. Nice to speak with you.
It's good.
Where are you calling from tonight, young man?
I'm calling from Long Island.
Oh, you're calling from Long Island as well?
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, another Long Island caller. Now, how old are you, Michael?
13.
13. That's a fun age.
Is it?
Well,
I'm having a tough time.
Sarah, did you have an enjoyable 13?
Can't even remember. I can't even remember.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Whether it's good or bad, it's all gonna fade away, right? You're gonna forget it. Well, what's so tough about it?
I gotta have a bar mitzvah.
Okay. Well, that sounds stressful. Like I'll tell you now, Michael, I am not Jewish. I do
You're
not
not?
have a bar. No, is that a concern for you?
No, it's okay.
Well, you just seemed a little nervous.
Well, I just thought you were Jewish. That's okay.
You know my name. You know my name, right?
James.
You know my last name?
No.
Well, it's McGee. Not a traditional Jewish last name. What's your last name, young man?
Klein.
Klein. Okay. Well, Sarah, you are Jewish.
I am.
Now, you had a bat mitzvah, I'm guessing?
My bat mitzvah was exactly 20 years ago, like this month.
Okay, well, Mazel Tov, as your folks.
Mazel.
Yes, thank you. And
Now,
health to you as
now, is
well.
there any advice you could give? You know what, Sarah, you just take it away, right? I'm not fit for this. So, Michael, how about you tell Sarah what you're nervous about?
I gotta write a speech.
Okay, and what
Sarah, you're laughing at this poor soul here.
I don't know
Do you
what
know
to
what
write about.
do you is your instructor giving you a theme? Because I had a theme. My theme was loving your family.
Hmm.
Well, that's a good one.
Well, what's
Yeah,
yours, Mike?
My theme is tzedakah, which means charity.
Okay.
Aw, that's a
But
great.
I don't know anything about charity.
Well, Sarah, look, you've helped me along the way tonight, trying to get over my Montreal Canadiens blues. We got Michael here. He's 13. He's from New York. You must have some
The
tips for him.
state, not the city.
Right, the state, not the city.
Michael, when was the last time you did something nice for somebody?
Well, I helped my granddad the other day. My
Cross the
Zadie.
Your Zeta, yeah.
Yeah.
What
So I
did
mean
you?
that is an act.
Yeah, well,
of
hold on.
charity.
Well,
I
let me-
paid off his mortgage.
Wait, you paid his mortgage off?
Yeah, I took a loan out against the money that I'm going to be given for my bar mitzvah.
Right. Okay. So the money that you have yet to receive, you have taken it out, and you paid off your grandfather's mortgage.
Yeah.
Well, that is charitable, Sarah. Right?
It is. It's a little premature, but
Mm.
it's really kind of you.
Should
So
I
maybe you
talk
could write
about
a
that?
Yeah, you could write a speech talking about your motivations and why you did it. Obviously, you're
Mhm.
doing it for selfless reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I can
And-
ask for more money in my speech.
Now,
Yes.
now is that something that happens in these speeches, Sarah? Is that a thing that flies where people are doing their speech? They go, and if you can throw me a couple extra bucks.
Usually, the only people asking for money is during the Kol Nidre appeal every New Year, when the president of the synagogue will usually come up to the bima or the stage and say, "Time to make donations." Everyone's got a card under their seat. You can just poke a hole in whatever amount of money you want to donate. That's usually what happens when people are asking for donations in synagogues. But
Right?
I
You
mean,
probably experienced
why
that,
not?
right, Michael?
Yeah. I donated for Kol Nidre. I donated $20.
Oh, you've got quite a bit of money, young man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I run a
Michael?
business.
do you,
You-
by any chance, follow like meme stocks on the internet, like GameStop or
Or AMC.
AMC?
Yeah.
This is a very resourceful. I was not this financially savvy when I was 13 years old. I'll tell you that much, Michael.
I trade meme stocks and dog coins on the internet.
Okay.
Dogecoin.
Well, look,
Shiba Inu coin.
Mike, is this some type of currency that's
Ass coin.
okay? So you're also trading ass coin. I don't know if you should be using that language,
It's
Mike.
the coin's name.
Well, okay, fair enough. But would your parents be happy to hear you talking like that?
No.
Would your bar mitzvah instructor be happy to hear you using words like that?
Yeah, come on, Michael.
No.
What's your bar mitzvah instructor's name?
Ron.
Ron?
Ron.
Ron what?
Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy what? What's his last name?
Klein.
Is the same last name as you.
He's my uncle.
Oh, so your uncle Ron Jeremy Klein is your bar mitzvah instructor. Now, Sarah, can you look? I'm very naive to this. Is it often where your instructor is a member of your family, or is that something that's not done?
I think it's entirely possible. Like he
Okay.
might be from a family of Kohanim, of respected religious experts.
All right. Well, look, there you go, Michael. Any last thoughts before we say goodnight?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
But next time I call, I'm going to be a man.
Well, how about this? You do that the first episode back when you're officially a man, you call in, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, bye, Michael.
Bye.
Mazel tov, Michael.
Now, that does sound like a nerve-wracking experience. You have to get on stage, talk in front of everyone when you're still knee-high to a grasshopper, Sarah.
And your voice is changing. I don't know if you could hear that with Michael. You could.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. His voice. I wasn't sure at first if he was a young man or an old lady. So when I called him young man, I took a risk here. Sarah, you want to do one more quick call?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Let's go to, we got line 5 just lit up, so let's go to line 5. Line 5, you're on the air. I'm James. That's Sarah. Who are you?
Hey, this is Tony in the morning.
Tony in the morning?
Yeah.
What do you mean Tony in the morning?
It's me, Tony in the morning. Bauga.
What is that? You got a soundboard or something there? Was that a doggy?
Yeah, I called because I heard you have someone who works in radio, and I'm looking to get into the radio.
Okay, so you don't actually work in radio. You
Not yet.
Yourself as Tony. All right. Now where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Long Island.
Long Island.
Home of the iced tea.
Yeah, home of the iced tea. So Sarah, of course, I mentioned it earlier that you work in radio. You work for CJD 800 as well as CKUT. You got Tony, quote, in the morning, who's looking for some tips on how to break into radio broadcasting.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, let's relax on that soundboard. The sound effects you're hitting them a little hard there, Tony.
Oh. No.
So Sarah, do you have any tips for Tony in the morning?
Yeah, Tony, do you have a demo that you have lying around that you keep up to date?
A demo?
Yeah.
No.
No? All right.
Okay, so, strike one.
No, not necessarily a strike.
Okay, fair. Look, that's fair. Why should I be dictating this? I don't work in radio, so why am I?
Yeah, maybe save it for the experts.
Yeah, I'll save. You're right. You're correct, Tony.
So Tony in the morning, anytime you're on air, or if you want to record yourself, delivering a newscast or a pack or a hit or something, you want to make sure you take the best parts you've got and stitch it together in a little demo reel. It's got to be brief, it's got to be quick, it's got to be your best stuff, and have that ready anytime you're ready to start, shopping around your skills.
We're talking 2-3 minutes here?
Yes, that would be a great length.
Awesome. I've got enough effects for that.
What if, yeah, I'm sure you do. Now, what if we were to try something out now? How about you give us a bit of the news, Tony?
Yeah, all right. Do you got a subject for me to talk about?
Well, yeah, Sarah, what's something that newscasters, traditionally talk about?
Well, there was a tornado outside of Montreal today. Well, maybe not. Let's not do that because somebody unfortunately died. But
ooh. Yeah, how about some? Yeah, it sounds like Tony, you probably want to play around with some fun news.
Yeah, maybe get some fun.
No,
yeah.
What about this? How about we put a spin on it? What if there was a tornado and it flew a hat onto someone's head? Why don't you give that a try, Tony?
All right, and away we go. Look over there. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope, it's a tornado. And it just blew a top hat onto that guy's head. You're listening to Tony in the morning. Okay. Every morning, live at 5 a.m.
Sarah, how would you rank that newscast?
Honestly, it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. It was pretty spot on, Tony, in the morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, Tony, do you have any sound effects that people might not expect? Right? You had the doggy. You had the Auga.
Yeah.
What are some? You get some other ones over there that you got on tap?
Yeah, I got the Jeopardy sound. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. That's when I'm sort of waiting for somebody to talk.
Right, or maybe like kind of a contest type of thing.
Sure.
Yeah. What other sound effects?
Boing.
Now, in what situation would you use that one?
I don't know if something
Sexual
happened. It was
innuendo?
sorry.
Sexual innuendo?
Yeah, sexual innuendo. It implies a boner.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts before we say goodnight, Tony? From Long
Nothing. No thoughts over here. I just want to say I want to really appreciate talking to Sarah over here and the advice that she's given, and I think I really got a shot at this career.
Great. Well, Tony in the morning. Have a good night.
Work on your laugh, Tony. Work on your laugh.
Will do. And you have a good morning.
That was Tony in the morning. Sarah, you notice how his voice changed a little bit by the end there. It's like he was up on stage at his bar mitzvah. He got way faster with his speech.
No, I think we were seeing the real Tony come out, because a lot of FM announcers, modulate their voices so they're like more,
Yeah.
I think the real Tony was coming through towards the end there.
No,
that
you're right.
authenticity that we want to hear.
We got a glimpse of the person behind the voice.
And it was
look,
beautiful.
Sarah, not only do I want to thank you for coming on tonight, I have to thank you for helping me cope with my heartbreak. And I'm going to apply that list of 7 items to my future sadness. Thanks so much. Anything before we say goodnight?
Yeah, if you want a discount on a beanbag chair, number 4 on the Sarah list of Beating the Blues, just let me know. I can get you a deal.
I would absolutely love that.
I did not fall off a truck.
I am praying that you are telling the truth because I will take a discounted beanbag chair. But until then, Sarah, thanks so much and have a good night, okay?
Bye. Thanks so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's been all mine. That's Sarah Deshaies. Another treat. Been around the show, been around the block since all the way back in March 2020 when COVID was nothing but a wee tot. What a nice night, right? You're probably thinking, if you're just tuning in, hey, I thought Dave hosted on Mondays. Nope. Dave is, he's about 51 episodes into an episode, 51 minutes into an episode of NCIS New Orleans. He can't miss this show. As we begin to wind down, let's go right back to the phone lines. We got time for one quick call before our next guest. This is line number 2. Line 2, you're on the air. I'm James. Who are you?
Hello?
Hey, who's calling tonight?
Hey, this is Roger.
Hey, Roger. Where are you calling from?
The LI.
The LI. You're calling from Long Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you hanging out with the guys at the Panera Bread too?
Nope.
Oh, you're not part of that crew, the Panera Bread guys?
No, not that crew, no.
Okay. So you watch independently of them?
Well, I run in a different circle.
Oh, who do you run with?
I run with the big boys.
The big boys? What kind of circle is this? What are the big boys?
It's At Home with James fan club.
Well, you're telling me there's another group of people in New York, Long Island specifically, who watch this show and run together? You guys hang out on Tuesdays too?
Yeah, but we don't get along with the Panera heads.
Where do you hang out?
We hang out at CVS.
You hang out at a pharmacy?
Yeah.
So the other guys, they have coffee and bread at Panera Bread, and you go to a CVS. What do you guys do there? Fill your prescriptions together?
No. We have
What
snacks.
do you do?
We have candy and chips.
Candy? Yeah, what are some of your favorite candies?
Skittles.
What else?
Tropical Skittles.
All right. Well, I'm sensing a theme here. What type of chips do you like?
Plain.
Plain? Is that the only one you like?
Well, I like barbecue too.
You like barbecue? Okay, so you like plain and barbecue. So how many people
Sour cream
run
and
with the
onion.
big boys? How many people run with the big boys there, Roger?
It's 3 of us.
3 of us. Okay, so a smaller crew.
Yeah, but bigger.
Yeah. Oh, you mean literally that you're all bigger people?
Smaller but bigger.
Smaller, but so you're what?
Smaller than the Panera heads,
Right.
but bigger than them. We're the big boys.
You're smaller than them, but you're bigger.
Less number of people. Bigger
All right,
in size.
Yeah, okay. I think I understand. Yeah. And by that I mean I don't understand. Now,
It's not that complicated, James.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess I just don't get it, as the kids say. Now, is there anyone I can give a special shout out to? Maybe someone from the Big Boys?
Yeah, Andy from the Big Boys.
Awesome. Andy, big fan of the show?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, here we go. Andy.
Loves that Dave guy.
Oh, they like Dave.
Well, Andy likes Dave.
Andy likes Dave. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to give him a shout out on behalf of Dave since I can't get Dave here.
Bummer.
All right. Well, hey Andy, this is James from At Home with James. I found out that you're a big fan of Dave when he fills in and it's At Home with James with Dave. Dave couldn't be here tonight, but he sends his love and his appreciation, and I'm doing the exact same thing. So keep watching the show. Thanks for the support.
I don't know if you had your heart in that.
Oh, okay. So you're a little concerned that I maybe was not so into it.
Sounded like you were phoning it in.
All right, well, I'll do another one. I'll do one more.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, here we go again. Hey, Andy, this is James from At Home with James, live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, your friend Roger told me that you happen to be a big fan of Dave. Well, Dave's not here, so I'm the best thing that you're going to get right now. Thanks for watching. I'm sure the next time you tune in, Dave is going to be here live and in living color, bringing you the laughs that you so appreciate. How's that?
It's better.
Yeah, better. That was only better?
I mean, kind of
What the
lost
hell
steam
do you want
there.
me to do?
You lost steam there at the end.
I lost steam at the end?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do one more of these, and then that's it.
All right.
Hey there, Andy. Your friend Roger told me that you are a big fan of At Home with James, but specifically a very big fan of Dave. Unfortunately, Dave couldn't be here tonight, so I am sending you love and appreciation from his end as well as mine. I want you to keep tuning in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and hopefully one of these days when you do, Dave will be watching. Thanks again, and hope to see you soon.
That was really good.
How's that?
That was amazing.
Yeah, finally. Third time's a charm, right? Well, look, Roger, thanks for calling in. I got to get to my last guest.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night in the LI, as you put it.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Why did I say that? I don't love that guy. Hope he's not watching anymore. Let's welcome our second and final guest, formerly of Montreal. He has taken his talents to the state, the great state at that of Utah. He's here and he's ready to talk to me. It is Gabe Rondos. Gabe, how's it going, buddy?
It's good, man. James, I had no idea you took so many calls on this show. What a change and what a surprise.
Yeah, things have changed since you've last been here. Not only have you moved, but the show has gone through a bit of a facelift.
Yeah, apparently.
What do you think about these callers tonight?
Really interesting people. Clearly, the callers are all really creative with lots of original ideas.
Yeah.
And they just keep going back to the well with new, fresh content. And that's what I appreciate most about your guests. They're so brilliantly original.
Well, Gabe, that's exactly why you're here, because I believe that you are of the same ilk. Now, Gabe, as I'm sure you heard me talk about off the top, and when I was speaking with Sarah, I'm kind of in the dumps today, and I'm wondering if there's anything you can do to help.
Yeah, so thanks for mentioning that, James. And I was listening to this show, and there was some. You okay?
Yeah, no, I just can't believe that last caller.
Yeah, yeah, this is Long Island people, you know. But
yeah.
Listen, James, I was listening to the show, and there were some common themes that I noticed. One, blues. Two, New York. 3, bread.
Yeah.
And 4, Jews.
Sure. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So I just thought we should talk about the Bloomin' Group.
The Bloomin' Group?
They're performers from New York, James.
Oh, you mean the Blue Man Group?
Well, it's pronounced Bloomin'. They're Jewish.
Wait, the Blue Man Group is Jewish?
Think about it.
All right.
It's a Jewish family name. I'm pretty sure they're Jewish.
All right. Well, okay. So
James, they're from New York.
right, there's a very large Jewish community in New York.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And also, so people who might not know, you are also Jewish.
I am Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so perhaps you have more insight on the Blue Man Group being Jewish than I would have ever assumed. So they are actually the Bloomin' Group.
Yeah, Bloomin' Group. So they're actually an American performance art company. And if you're wondering when they were formed, it was in 1987. And a lot of people just are familiar with the Bloomins because their bodies are all blue, but there's so much more than that. They're known for their stage productions, which just incorporate many kinds of music, art, both popular and obscure.
All right. Well, are you a fan of the Bloomins?
I'll dabble with the Bloomins.
Well, it seems like you know a lot of their information offhand.
Well, James, I'm really interested in performance that touches upon themes that are important.
Right. Okay.
And the Bloomins, they get into all sorts of really interesting themes like science, technology, information overload, innocence, self-conscious, and even the outsider.
The outsider?
Yeah, the outsider. Blue men actually always appear as a group of three.
Right. Okay.
And, it's because as blue people, they are the outsider, as blue men.
Right. All right. Now, do you think this is some type of like cultural statement that they're making through their art, feeling like outsiders?
I think it's about exclusion.
It's about exclusion.
And them being excluded.
Right. Okay. All right.
And people saying, hey, I'm not going to pick the Bloomin' first for the kickball team. I'm going to pick the Bloomin' last.
Right. Okay. So you feel that perhaps this dates back to their youth feeling like left out or even segregated.
Perhaps. Yeah. I mean, and that's why they're also exploring themes like rooftops.
Wait. Well, what's the correlation there?
Well, it's just another theme.
Right. Okay. I understand. I think
it's just the self-conscious is another theme.
Yeah.
And James, tell me, what's your favorite Bloomin' performance that you've seen?
I'm gonna be totally honest that I'm not totally familiar with the Bloomin' performances. I know there's a lot of drumming. I think I guess I think of them as kind of a kitschy type of Vegas act, so to speak.
There's so much more, actually, the Bloomins.
Okay.
They've performed in places such as New York City, Boston, actually, obviously, the Charles Playhouse in Chicago, and you guessed it, at the Briar Theater. They have been to Vegas, totally, at the Luxor Hotel and Casino. And you're probably saying, well, the Bloomin', are they just in the U.S. or are they traveling globally? And they are. I mean, you might remember back in 2006 when they performed in Berlin, the aptly named Blumix Theater.
Yeah, you know what? You're starting to ring a bell here.
Yeah.
Now, I have a quick question. I want to circle back to what you mentioned earlier. How does this include bread?
Oh, because performing as a Bloomin', it's a very high energy act, and they need to carbo load.
Right. Okay.
Each performance. However, James, you're probably saying, what do they do on Passover? Passover, they only have matzah.
Okay.
Before their performances.
Right. Now, is that going to give them the same type of boost that they would need otherwise, that they would maybe get from some bread?
It's a lower energy performance at
Passover
time. And the theme that they explore is Seder.
Okay. Right. Now, for people who don't know what that is, would you like to let them know?
Actually, why don't we go to the phones and have someone call in and explain the Seder to us, and specifically maybe what it means when there's a Passover Bloomin' performance.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. We've got full phone lines. We're putting one of our callers on the spot here, hoping that they are either Jewish and can explain the Seder, or hoping that if they are not Jewish, they can still explain the Seder. Now, it's very important that we We got 1 through 5. So what's it going to be? Pick your poison, Gabe.
Let's go with phone line number 2. I feel like there's a real mensch on the line there.
All right. Let's go to phone line number 2. Line number 2, you're on the air. I am James. That's Gabe. Who are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is Ari.
Is Ari, is that short for Ariel?
Yes.
Now, can you answer a question for me? Ari, was it?
Yeah.
Well, 2 questions. Are you calling from Long Island?
Yeah.
Second question. Are you Jewish?
It's a weird question to ask someone when they.
Well, I'm gonna get to it, but we need to know if you are.
Sort of, you never know what's going to come out the other side of that question.
I totally understand. I sympathize, right? But you've got a fellow brother in here with you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm Jewish.
Member of the tribe.
Nice.
All right. So, Gabe, would you like to? Would you like to ask Ari a question?
So, Ari, thanks for joining. Obviously, today's show, we're talking about the Blue Men. I'm sure you're familiar. We all grew up idolizing them.
Sure, the Jewish performance group.
Exactly. Exploring themes, as you know, like science, technology, and the outsider. And
But from the Jewish lens.
Well, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And what a mitzvah.
Great stuff.
Beautiful. So as you know, Ari, during the Passover, they do their Seder performance where they only energize themselves with matzah and boiled eggs. Now, would you mind explaining to our audience what that is exactly? What is the Seder and what is the Blumen Group Seder performance?
Well, the Seder is a sort of a commemorative holiday about the Jewish escape from Egypt. And the Blue Men perform the 4 questions through performance art, where they ask things like, why is this night different than all other nights? And it's, of course, because...
Why is my skin blue?
Why is my skin blue? And it's, of course, because they marked it that way so that God would skip over them when it come to smiting the Egyptians.
Now, I don't know if this is true or not. So, Gabe, can you confirm that Ari has nailed it?
I can confirm that Ari was raised in a household of the faith.
A household of faith. Now, Gabe, you mentioned that during this time, the Blumens, they will refrain from bread and they'll just have matzah. Is that correct?
Yes, matzah and boiled eggs.
All right. Now, I know that you're a bit of a cook. Ari, do you cook at all?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, now, for someone who's not great at cooking, what would you say the secret to a good matzah is?
Well, I don't cook matzah, I buy it.
Oh, you don't make your own?
No.
Well, what about you, Gabe?
No, actually, one of the important things is Jewish people are not allowed to make matzah, only to buy it and eat it at Passover.
Oh,
tradition.
That's a theme?
Yeah.
You know what? I have to say that this whole episode was originally kind of intended to be kind of me getting over the blues, but I very much like the turn that it's taken because it's become an educational experience on the Jewish faith.
And performance art.
And performance art. Yeah, Ari,
Sorry,
anything else?
yeah, I didn't get to ask any of my questions.
Oh, that's what I want to get to. Anything for Gabe or myself?
This one's for James. James, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color? Probably red.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay.
is that the wrong answer?
I was hoping it was going to be blue.
Wasn't the right answer.
No, well, I wasn't aware that. Well, no, if we're talking about favorite colors, the color you pick is the right answer.
It just seems like you have a problem with the Blumen Group.
No, I might not be a fan of their art, but I have no problem with the Blumens.
We're sort of opening up to you right now and sharing our faith.
And Ari, I don't know if you can tell the tone of James's voice, but it's
Gentile, that's for sure.
making me uncomfortable.
I concur.
Okay, look, I do not intend on making anyone uncomfortable, especially in answering the question of what's your favorite. I wasn't aware it was a loaded question.
It's okay.
I like blue. Blue's a great color. I just happen to like red more.
Okay, I guess it's your show.
Well, yeah. Any other questions, Ari?
No, that's why I called.
That was the only question.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, Ari.
Shalom.
Yeah. Gabe, how about we take another call to cleanse the. I'm sorry if I've offended you.
Yeah. Sure. Let's take another call.
All right. How about this? How about you pick whatever line? We've got 1, 3, 4, and 5.
Let me guess. By the way, the lights are flashing and they're all red.
Yes, they are red. But I did not set this. These are preset colors. They're red. It's a flashing red.
I'm sure they're preset. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
They're not. Which number would you like? 1, 3, 4, 5.
Let's go to 4.
All right. Line 4, you're on the air. I'm James. That's Gabe. Who are you?
Hi, this is Herschel.
Herschel. Where are you calling from tonight, Herschel?
Calling from Long Island.
Long Island, of course. Yeah. So what's going on tonight in Long Island, Herschel?
That's a dead night.
Dead night. Yeah, I keep hearing that. Well, you're on the line with Gabe. Gabe, say hi to Herschel.
Herschel, hello, Mazel.
Mazel. Do I go?
No. What are you calling for tonight, Herschel?
I wanted to see what you were doing. What you were up to this weekend?
What am I up to? Well, it's only Monday.
Yeah, but the weekend's coming up.
Yeah, I guess it is coming up. Well, I'm gonna be teaching some improv classes. Gabe, what about you? Plans this weekend?
Thanks for asking. I'm actually gonna be going to the pool because it's painted blue, and I'll be sitting under the sky, which is blue.
Like the Bloomin' Group.
Like the Bloomin' Group.
Oh, you know the Bloomin' Group, Herschel?
Yeah, of course.
Herschel, you like me grew up idolizing the Bloomin' Group, right?
I mean, me and the rest of my family.
All right, look, I'm gonna dump that call right here. Look, Gabe, I'm sorry. I can tell that I've offended you. Again, let's just try to cleanse the palate. Let's go to another line. We're gonna just go to line 1. Yes, the lines are flashing red. Line 1. I'm James. That's Gabe. Who are you?
Hey,
who's this?
Hey, this is Darren.
Darren, where are you calling from? Long Island?
Long Island, yeah. Hey, look, I got a question for you.
Sure.
What's your refrigerator running?
Yeah, my refrigerator's running.
Hey, how about you catch it?
All right. Okay, so that was a prank call. Let's go to Gabe. I'm sorry, things are going off the rails here. Let's go. How about this? Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the air. I'm James. That's Gabe. Who are you?
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
This is Carl.
Carl, where are you calling from tonight, Carl?
Calling from Long Island.
You're calling from Long Island?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Do you know Susie in Long Island?
I know a Susie, yeah.
She lives just around the corner from the Panera. You know her?
Yeah.
Susie what?
Susie Schechter.
You know Susie Schechter, Carl?
Yeah, I do. We're Panera heads.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a bagel in the morning, you get a loaf in the afternoon with a coffee.
All right, look, let's dump that call right there. Look, Gabe, I just want to let you know, I have not trying to minimize or marginalize anything you've brought to the show tonight. Okay?
Yeah, and thank you for bringing up marginalization, because I think the Bloomin' have been marginalized for too long.
Look, I wasn't aware.
Saying, oh, they're a kitschy Las Vegas act.
Right, well, that's what I said.
I was really actually talking about you mainly.
Yeah.
And that's why I came on today, hoping to shed a little light on the Bloomin'.
Well, look, Gabe, here's the thing. You did not need to educate me, but you did, and I feel like a better man for it. So look, I just want to thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well,
all right. Gabe, you think you'll come back soon?
Consider it.
Consider it. Okay. Well, look, I hope that I haven't sent you into a tailspin into the blues like I was earlier, because the last thing I want to do is fight with my guests.
I'll come back on next time Dave's hosting. He's a good Jewish boy. I think we're
right. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, he's busy watching NCIS New Orleans right now.
Great show.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, Gabe, thanks so much for being here, and have a good night, and have fun swimming this weekend.
Thank you.
All right. That is Gabe Rondos. I can't believe someone called to ask what I'm doing this weekend. It's Monday. I got one line flashing. It's someone from Long Island, so let's just get it out of the way. Line 2, you're on the air. I'm James. Who are you?
Hello?
Hey, who's calling tonight?
Hey, it's Dave.
Dave.
From, NDG. Dave Kaufman.
Dave Kaufman from NDG. Dave, how was the episode of NCIS, man?
It was good. It ended 15 minutes ago.
Really? Yeah? Was it a good one tonight?
It was great, yeah.
So you've
been
able
solved
to
it.
Oh, they solved it? Well, that's good. That's a good thing about a lot of those network TV cop shows. You get in and out in an hour. Have you been tuned in the last 15 minutes?
Yeah, I caught the last 15 minutes. I just wanted to say, James, you're doing a great job.
Oh, well, thanks. It was tough. I feel like I really misrepresented myself there.
It's okay. We're in the year 2021, and it can be easy to feel like everything you say is being judged right now. But
well, it's true. Yeah, I just thought the Blue Man Group were just the Blue Man Group. Now I'm
Blue
finding
Man.
out.
I mean, you were told what they were.
Right, I know, but I was using that as a reference point. At the time, I thought they were just the Blue Man. Now I understand. I understand, and I'm better for it.
It's okay. It's okay. So look, I just want to say, don't worry. The Jewish community still supports you. You got nothing to fear.
Awesome. Well, what was it like having the night off tonight from hosting, Dave?
It was pretty good. I got to sit back, relax. I had a nice beer and watched a quality TV program.
Well, can I tell you something? You're the first person that called tonight that isn't from Long Island.
Oh yeah, I heard we have a big following there.
Yeah, there's the Panera heads and the big boys.
Yeah, I had to sign somebody's cardboard cutout of me.
Yeah. There's I had to do a lot of shout outs. It's been the calls tonight. Look, it's always interesting, right? The calls are always interesting.
Yeah, they get a bit pretty wild. I had to deal with a couple of kooky characters.
Oh yeah, you got that Sean guy, right?
With a U, yeah.
Yeah, Sean with a U. Yeah, I don't want him calling me. I wonder why he didn't call tonight. He probably likes you better than me.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of good reviews, but I just want to say, nothing. It's nice to see you back on a Monday. Nothing replaces the classic At Home with James.
Look, you know what? Nothing replaces At Home with James on a Monday, but also nothing replaces At Home with James with Dave on a Monday too. I feel like we've got two great brands that are ready to pop off any minute now.
Well, thanks. That means a lot.
All right, Dave. Well, look, I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to wrap this thing up, okay?
You got it. And
right.
Thanks to you.
And you're welcome. That was Dave. That was really nice of Dave to call in. That's a good thing about this show. And there's a bit of spillover. He watches his NCIS New Orleans. He gets back on track, as I would have liked to say without stammering. Folks, that's our show tonight. We will be back this coming Wednesday, and what a night it's going to be. Andy Asaf, Raquel Belmonte, Lisa Palmieri, Vance Gillis, so much more. So tune in right here on twitch.tv/@home with James. Tell your mom, dad, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, Grammy, Grampy. Tell your best friend or even your worst enemy to tune in. Thanks to Gabe Rondos, all of our callers, Sarah Deshaies. Until then, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.